Hi, this is Dan Smith coming to you once again live from my home office here in Boise, Idaho. You know, there is a weakness that's prevalent in society today. It's an insidious sickness that pervades almost every human's life that lives on this planet. It is not easily detected that we are victims of this sickness, and yet it is evident in all of our daily lives. And what is this horrible sickness that I'm talking about? It is not focusing on what you want, but focusing on what you don't want. It is the default of most people to immediately think of the worst possible outcome that's going to happen instead of thinking of the best possible outcome that could happen. And what do we generally get? We are generally drawn towards what we think about, what's foremost in our minds. Now, if I had the power and I was able to offer you the choice between a strong will and a strong imagination, which one would you choose? Think about it. If I had a magic genie in a bottle and you could rub that bottle and you can make a choice between a strong imagination and a strong willpower, which one would you choose? What do you think would be the best? Well, most people think that it would be better to have a strong willpower. That is important, but according to Maxwell Maltz in the book Psycho-Cybernetics, he quotes a man named Emile Coué. And what Emile Coué said was that when the imagination and willpower are in conflict and antagonistic, it is always imagination which wins without exception. I want to read that to you again. When the imagination and the willpower are in conflict and antagonistic, it is always imagination that wins without exception. Ever set a goal to lose weight? You were going to, by sheer willpower, lose that weight, keep the pounds off by eating nothing but green stuff, lettuce for the next few months. But what happened in a few days into the diet? You were offered perhaps a donut and some coffee, and at first your iron-willed willpower was going to prevail, right? But what happens when the imagination kicks in and it starts to bring to mind how good that donut would taste with that coffee? And soon the diet is thrown out the window for the taste of a donut and the imagination wins again. So come on, don't deny it. We all have done it. I've done it. You've done it. Don't deny it. The key to getting what you want is in doing things in a certain way every day for an extended period of time until it becomes a habit. And once it's a habit, then it becomes automatic. So in order to do this, we must focus every day, focus our thinking on what we want, where we want to go, what we want to do, and what we want to be. And not on where we don't want to go and what we don't want to do and what we don't want to be. You might say to me, well, Dan, this is easy for you to say, but it's not easy to do. And you know what? You're right. To an extent, you are right. The default of most people is default negative. That's why it is hard for a smoker to quit smoking, for an alcoholic to quit drinking, for a glutton to quit eating, for a drug addict to give up drugs. In order to take control of your thoughts, it's not easy to do, but here's the key. It is doable. And the greatest tool that you have to use is the proper use of your imagination. Now, we are all hypnotized daily by advertisements that are everywhere. They're on TV, radio, they're on the internet, newspapers, street signs, bulletin boards, by things that you hear repeated by other people, things we repeat back to ourselves, school teachers, politicians, friends, and relatives. You see, whatever is presented to the mind is believed and accepted by the mind, whether or not it's true. A person either programs the mind with their mouth or they program their mouth with their mind. Now, the proper use of the mouth is to program the mind. In the scriptures, it says that the heart of the wise instructs the mouth and adds persuasiveness to his lips. The heart of the wise instructs his mouth and adds persuasiveness to his lips. That's Proverbs 16:23. So the proper way to program your mind is first of all decide what you want. This is always the first step. Next, write that down on a piece of paper so that it's captured. This begins to give the idea form. Think about it daily and ask, how can I accomplish this goal? Write down the answers on paper. Read the goals 2 times per day, minimum, out loud to yourself. First thing in the morning, when you get out of bed, and the last thing just before you go to bed at night. And as you read, use your imagination to see in your mind a picture of you enjoying or doing or living the goal that you've set for yourself. See it as clearly as you can possibly see it in your mind. Make it clear and concise as possible, and feel the emotions that you would feel as if the goal had already been accomplished in the real world. This is the proper use of your imagination and using your mouth to program your mind. And if this is done daily over a period of time, then the imagination picture will turn into a strong, strong willpower through a combination of the imagination and alignment with willpower and a never quit attitude. And finally, it is necessary to take action on your dream. You got to do something. It would be nice to think that you can sit and have a dream all day long and watch TV, play poker, play shoot pool, whatever, and that your dream will magically appear. But I'm sorry to say this, it's probably not going to happen for you. It's going to take some risk. It's going to take some sweat, some blood, possibly some loss of sleep and some skin knuckles. You know what? People will try to steal your dream from you, but you have to have the strength, the inner fortitude to absorb that negativity and make it roll off your back like water off a duck's back. If you'll do these things, then you will overcome and you will have your dream. Do you have a dream for a better life? Do you have a dream for a higher income and controlling your time? Or possibly you already have a high income, but you have no time and you don't have any time to enjoy it. It's a rare thing to have both, a combination of time and money at the same time. Most people have one or the other, but it's very, very rare that you find a person with both. Do you want to live life on your terms, on your schedule, on your timeline? If this describes you, or if you just want to make a change in your life, maybe you're just not happy with things the way that they are. Life's not bad, but it's not great. If you don't have a vehicle in order to make that happen, then I urge you to click the button at the bottom of this video, enter your email address, take a few minutes, watch the video that pops up on that next page. It's a short video, but what it's going to teach you how to do is how to control your financial destiny, how to control your time. Take action. Join my team. Don't put it off, and I or one of my associates will be in contact with you soon, speak with you soon. So this is Dan Smith urging you, learn the proper use of your imagination, learn the proper use of your tongue, and learn how to dream once again. And if you'll do these things, and if you'll take action, then you will live your dream. This is Dan Smith, wishing you a great life and a great day because you deserve it. I'll catch you on the next video.